very good morning to all of you, and welcome to the class of AAA for September 2022 attempt. Okay. So before we start with our syllabus, I just want you to have a brief background about what is AAA, how your question is supposed to come, what is your syllabus, and how you have to deal with this paper. Okay. So basically, this lecture will be an orientation lecture. Okay. And also we'll touch upon a specific topic today. Okay, not much in detail, but yes, we'll start it and we'll not be completing that topic today. This lecture will be more of an orientation of the AAA paper. Now, to understand the syllabus first, our syllabus will be divided into these parts A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now, what does these parts deal with? If you have to understand. And now, before going to the orientation lecture, just want to explain one thing that if you guys have any query at any given point of time, I request you guys that please put your query then and there in the chat box. But it might be the case that I might not take up any query when you have posted it, right? So now, for what is your responsibility is whenever you get any query, please post in the group. But what is my responsibility is I take up that query as per the requirements. Okay, I might not take up any query which you have sent right now, right? Because I feel that that query will get covered in the later part of the chapter, so I might skip it for a moment. But yes, all your queries will be covered either sooner or later. Okay, now, so let's understand the syllabus. So part A deals with a regulatory environment. Part B deals with ethical and professional issues. I'll brief you about these parts also what exactly these parts mean. Okay, part C deals with practice and quality management, practice management and quality control. Part D deals with planning and audit of historical financial statements. Okay. Part E deals with completion and reporting. Part F deals with other assignments. Part G deals with basically current issues, and part H deals with professional skills, which is an addition in this attempt. Okay, which is an addition. This has been added in the syllabus in this attempt itself. Okay, it was not there till June 2022. It was not there till June 2022. So you can consider this as a new thing in our from our syllabus point of view. Okay. Now, there is one more part though. Just a minute. That is called employability and technical skills. This is nothing but how to use of ACCA practice platform. So it's not that part I will be tested anywhere in the exam. No. But this part is in the syllabus, so that you have to understand how to use your ACCA practice platform. Okay, which will be covering in the due course of our syllabus. Okay. Now, just let me give a brief introduction about the whole syllabus. Okay, regulatory environment. Okay, see, in this chapter, in this part of the syllabus, we'll be discussing with a multiple small topics. Okay, or which will deal with the regulatory environments which the audit firm has to deal with. It might be the professional liability of the auditor. It might be the auditor's responsibilities in case of laws and regulations. It might be the auditor's responsibilities in relation to the fraud that is happening in the company. It might be money laundering transactions, right? Basically, what are the regulatory environment in which the auditor works? Or to understand the regulatory environment in which the auditor works, not the entity, the auditor. We need to understand here one basic fact, that the auditor and the audit client are two different entities. Okay. There might be situation I'll talk about specifically about the audit client, and there might be situation where I'll talk specifically about the audit firm, right? So they are two separate entities. Now, when I say about part A, regulatory environment, I'm talking about the regulatory environment, which is surrounding the audit firm. It's surrounding the audit firm. Okay, basically the roles and responsibilities of the audit firm in specific situations. Is it clear? Is it clear so far? Now, what are ethical and professional issues? See, when I talk about ethical and professional issues, we have to understand that in this part of the chapter, we have to comment the act that is being done by the audit firm is ethical or professional or not. So, so to comment whether it is ethical or professional or not, first we have to understand what is the ethical responsibilities, what is the professional expectations from the audit firm. Once we are clear that what are the expectations and responsibilities of the audit firm, okay, then we can comment whether the act by the audit firm is ethical, is within the ethical vicinity of the ethical vicinity or not, or is professional behavior or not. Is clear? Please confirm. Is it clear, guys, so far? Sure. Okay. Now coming to part C, that is practice management and quality control. Now, see, whatever work we do is called as practice. Let's suppose if I'm teaching you guys, right? That is my practice, right? Now, how I manage my teaching is called practice management, right? How I manage my teaching is called as practice management. Similarly, for an audit firm, the practice of doing audit is called practice. Now, how do they manage the practice is called as practice management, right? Let's suppose to accept a client or not, or to continue with a client or not, that is called practice management, right? To work is called practice, and to manage the work is called practice management, right? So, and so in this part, we'll decide whether the firm should accept a client or not and accept a client. Basically, an acceptance decision. If I'm accepting a client, what is the fees that I should charge to the client, right? How should I advertise for the client? To how should I advertise to get new clients, right? How should I apply to the proposal tenders, right? Now, if I have accepted an audit, how will I maintain the quality of that audit? Now, to discuss in our scenario, my task is to teach. So how I manage my teaching is called practice management for me, right? Now, once I have accepted a group of students to teach, now I have to maintain my quality. I have to maintain my quality, right? That is called quality control. Now, how to maintain the quality is what we have to understand. Is it clear, guys? Now, that is called practice management and quality control. Comes part D, that is planning and audit of historical financial statements. See what happens in part A. You understand that what the audit firm is surrounded by. Okay, what the audit firm is surrounded by. We understand what are the okay. I'll just explain you here. Just give me a minute, please. Just give me a minute, please. I'll explain you graphically so that it will help you in better understanding. I hope you can see my screen, right? Now, see what happens. Let's suppose this is your audit firm. Let's suppose this is an audit firm, right? Now, what is the audit firm response? Sorry. What is the audit firm responsibilities from a regulatory point of view, means laws point of view, from a law point of view, is called a syllabus area A. Now, another. What is the responsibility of the audit firm from ethics point of view? Is our syllabus area B, ethics and professional basis. Okay. Now, what is syllabus area C? How to manage the practice. Right? How to manage the practice is coming under our syllabus area C. Right? Manage the practice plus how to maintain my quality. How to maintain the quality. That comes under practice syllabus area C. Now, once I have accepted the audit, once I've accepted the audit, now I have to understand that how will I conduct the audit? How will I conduct the audit? See, there are multiple phases in an audit. Okay, where there are multiple phases in an audit. The first phase is the acceptance. The first phase is the acceptance. The second phase is the execution. Or not execution. I will say start here. I'll say here is planning. You have to plan the audit, right? Once you plan the audit, you execute the audit. Right? And once you execute the audit, you report it. You report it. Right? So acceptance is what is plan syllabus area C. Planning and execution is part of syllabus area D, and reporting is part of syllabus area E. So you're understanding the flow with which the syllabus is taking you through. You're understanding this flow of the syllabus.
Yes, sir.
We'll come to that as well. Okay. Now. Okay. Now, so you understood the syllabus area D and syllabus area E. How are they interlinked? Right. So if you try to understand the syllabus, you'll find that each of the syllabus areas are interlinked with each other. So it's not that we can study the planning syllabus area D without studying syllabus area B. No, you cannot. It's not that you can study syllabus area E without having studied syllabus area B. No, you cannot. Right? So you have to understand, read it in a proper manner. Now, so once you've done the reporting, so our see now, once we have done the reporting part, so now this completes our audit. This completes our audit. Now come our part F, that is other assignments. See, whenever we are on audit firm, it's not that we only do auditing, statutory auditing, right? We do certain other assignments also. What are the type of other assignments? It might be in the nature of due diligence. It might be in the nature of review of prospective financial information. It might be in the nature of forensic audit. It might be in the nature of audit of performance information, right? It might be anything, right? There are a lot of works that we take up in an audit firm, right? Now comes current issues, part G. Seeing current issues, it might be related to syllabus area A, B, B or C or D or E or F or G. Okay, basically any latest article on any syllabus area becomes the current issue. So if there are any current issues, I'll take that up in the class. Okay, I'll take that up in the class. Now, part H is professional skills. Now, very important. See, your examiner tells that short 20 marks in the exam. Okay, and I'll tell you one thing: for scoring this 20 marks, you don't need to write anything extra. Okay, you have to write only for 80 marks. This 20 marks, you don't need to write anything extra. Then how will you get 20 marks? See, the examiner has divided the paper into 80 plus 20. 80 plus 20 marks. Okay, for 80 marks, you have to write the answer. For 80 marks, you have to write the answer. Now, and you will get the marks accordingly. Now, with the level of quality that you have written 80 marks, you will get this 20 marks. Okay, so examiner expects few things like how you have analyzed the data in the question, how you have properly communicated it, how you have properly reported it, how you have properly structured your answers, right? Logical flow of your answers. So on the basis of that, you will be scoring this 20 marks, which we'll be discussing on the later part of this chapter of this syllabus, not as of now. In today's class, we are not discussing. When we'll discuss is when we are taking up any question, I'll explain that how you have to score this 20 marks. Okay, how you have to score this 20 marks. Okay, now I'll further discuss this professional skills, that how it will be tested in the exam, but when I'll come to exam structure. Okay, now tell me, from understanding the syllabus point of view, is it clear to all of you? I'll just write here one thing. If anyone is unmuting and saying in the midst of the class, I'll request, humble request to you, the student, that please do not speak in the class. You can write in the chat box whatever you have to say, but please, because it will help in the, it will be a hindrance in the recordings. Okay, now just I'll write here the flow of audit. The flow of audit. The flow of audit goes this way. It is first the audit acceptance. Then we do, after acceptance, we do audit planning. Then after audit planning, we do audit execution. Then after audit execution, we do audit reporting. Right now, flow of audit. So now this complete audit acceptance, just a minute, is covered under syllabus area. It's covered under syllabus area A. Sorry, not A. It is covered under syllabus area C. Okay. Now, audit planning and execution is covered under syllabus area D, and audit reporting is covered under syllabus area E. Okay, so that's how the flow of audit goes, right? I hope you have understood it. Okay, the syllabus you have understood, I believe. Anyone have any challenges in understanding the syllabus? Okay, now coming to the exam structure. See, your exam paper will be divided into two parts, section A and section B. Section A will be one question of 50 marks. Okay, and section B will be two questions of 25 marks each. Okay, now I'll just tell you what was happening till now and what will happen from now. Till now, what was happening? Question number 1 is of 50 marks. Okay, 50 marks, which was 46 marks. You have to write the answer, plus 4 was professional marks. 4 professional marks, for which you don't need to write the answer, but on the basis of how you written the answer for this 46 marks, you will get this 4 marks. Okay. Question number 2 was for 25 marks. Question number 3 was of 25 marks. Okay, this was happening so far. Now, what will happen from now? What will happen from now? This is no more. This will no more hold good. Okay, just a minute. Hold on. Now, What will be the revised pattern is, the revised pattern is 46 40 marks, 40 marks plus 10 marks, 10 professional marks. Okay, now how will it change here? It will be 20 marks plus 5 professional marks. Okay, I hope you have understood it. Now I'll show you in the exam paper as well. Just give me a minute, please. Hold on a minute, please. Yes, Akansha, I'll definitely touch upon that. But let me explain how the paper has changed first, okay? And then I'll come to explaining the professional marks and how you have to score that, okay? My discussion in the class will be definitely be discussed. That topic will definitely be discussed in the class. But as of now, taking that will not be will not make any sense. But I'll just explain how to score it. But how exactly to draft your answer will be discussed in the class when we are taking any topic specifically, okay? Now, just give me a minute, please. How many of you are aware of this website, accaglobal.com? And do you know from where to access the free support, study support resources? Right? You have to go to the student section and click on study support resources, right? Now, if you click on study support resources and come to ACCA qualification and come to advanced audit and assurance paper, come to past exam library, come to past exam library. Okay, just I'll write here also how to access past exam library. Note how to access past exam library is, first you have to go to accaglobal.com, visit accaglobal.com, then you have to go to student section, students, then you have to go to ACCA study support resources, then you have to visit in that ACCA full qualification, and again in that, come here, you have to go to AAA paper. You have to go to AAA paper, right? Now in that you have to select international version, AAA international, right? And view exams. Now if you come and see the exams, okay, there are multiple papers, okay, and you will enter the past exam library. Now let's open up a paper, September December 2021. Open it up. Now see if you can see the paper, question number 1, right? Let's see the requirements. Let's see the requirements of the question. split of marks. See, the split is 46 marks and 4 professional marks, right? Again, we'll come to the question as well. See, the question which is asked, 6 plus 24, 30, 30 plus 8, 38, 38 plus 8 is 46, right? So 46 marks is for which you have to write the answer, and 4 is the professional marks for which you don't need to write the answer, but on the basis of how you write these answers, you will get the 4 professional marks. Now, what has happened from now? All of you have your study kit. All of you have your study kit, I believe. Guys? You don't have? Okay. Okay, I'll just send you the, I'll send the pic in the WhatsApp group so that you can assess it. Just give me a minute, please. Just give me a minute. 6:47. The same paper, how it has changed with this. Exam 4, I believe. What is the page number for that? 677. I was correct in that. 677. Okay, I'm sending the same question but with the revised pattern. Okay, I'll send the question in the group. Please check, all of you, the WhatsApp group. I've sent an image there. Please check the image. So the same question is there. Same question is there. See. But what is the requirement saying? Respond to the instructions in the email from the auditing unit partner, 40 marks, right? But and the professional marks will be awarded for the demonstration of the skill in the communication, analysis, evaluation, professional skepticism, judgment, and commercial acumen in your answer. That is for 10 marks, right? So now the split has changed. The split has changed, right? Are you understanding this point, guys? The split has changed, right? You are not added to the group. Okay. Please. Okay, we'll get it done now, Akansha. We'll discuss with the VGLD team and get it done today itself. Okay. Now coming back to our notes. Okay. Now, so this is what you have to understand. Basically, the exam structure. Now, one thing more you have to understand: the exam pattern. The pattern. See, in the exam pattern, when you have to understand that question number A will deal with what? Okay, the pattern. Just a minute. The pattern. Exam pattern. Okay. Now, if you have to understand the exam pattern, you have to understand what will question number 1 test, what will question number 2 test, and what will question number 3 test. Question number 1 will definitely test your knowledge from syllabus area D, that is planning the audit of historical financial statements, right? That is planning area, right? Definitely it will test this one. Okay. Now, okay, then it will test your knowledge. It will test your knowledge. Planning area. Okay. Then it might. Then it will test knowledge from any other area. But you need to understand that will comprise of even in the at least minimum in the range of 20 to 25 marks. It will be tested. Okay, you have to understand this very clearly. Any other area? The rest remaining marks. Remaining marks plus 10 professional marks. Now, syllabus area, question number 2 can come from any syllabus area. No, nothing fixed. Nothing is fixed. Okay, can come for any syllabus area. For 20 marks plus 5 professional marks. Now, question number 3, it will come from syllabus area E only syllabus area E. Okay, for 20 marks plus 5 professional marks. Now, see what was happening is this question syllabus area E, question of 20 marks. Okay, either in the past it has come up in question number 2 or question number 3. But if we see the last trend of last few attempts, okay, last 3 to 4 attempts, syllabus area E is tested only in question number 3. Okay, only in question number 3. Only in question number 3. So that's what the question is trying to do. It. That's what the question is trying to do. Okay. So this is how your question will happen. So if you understand, your syllabus area D will come up around 25 marks. Your syllabus area E will come up 20 marks. So you can say that this syllabus area is very important. Is very important. Okay, just a minute. Now, this syllabus area is very important. Now, does that mean that if these syllabus areas are very important, the other syllabus areas are not important? No. Why? Because if you don't understand A, B, and C, you will not be able to write the answer for D and E. That's a guarantee. So to write the answer for D and E, you need to be proficient in syllabus area A, B, and C. Okay. So that's the concern. That's the concern. Okay. So if I say syllabus area D and E itself gets tested for in the range of 50 marks. This syllabus area D and E will be tested in the range of 50 marks. Okay. So these two syllabus area 50 marks and the other syllabus areas 50 marks. So you can understand, I think, the importance of these two syllabus areas. Okay. Now, exam pattern is done. Time management. Okay. Tell me, what is the total duration of your exam? What is the total duration? Anyone? Do you know total duration of your exams? Tell me, guys, what is total duration of exam? Anyone? Do you know? That is 3 hours and 15 minutes, which comes to 195 minutes. Are you aware of this? Okay. So now, and what is the total marks? Is 100 marks, right? Now, if I ask you, break this marks per minute, okay, marks, okay, or minutes per mark is 1.95 minutes. Can I say, tell me, for each mark we have to devote only 1.95 minutes, not more than that, right? Now, so can we say question number 1, we have to devote only 50 marks, right? 50 multiplied by 1.95 is equals to how much? 50 multiplied by 1.95 is 97.5 minutes. That's comes in the somewhere in the range of 1 hour and 38 minutes, right? That's the total duration that you have to spend for question number 1. Spend on question number 1. But I will recommend you, do not treat it as 3 or 15 minutes. Always treat it as 3 hours. Why? Because if you complete the paper in 3 hours, you will get 15 minutes time to revise the paper, right? So always treat it as 1.80. 1.80 and make it 1.80 here as well, and make it 50 into 1.8 is 90 minutes. Okay, so it is 1 hour 30 minutes. That is 1.5 hour, right? Similarly, for question number 2, you have to spend only 45 minutes. Question number 2 and question number 3 is 45 minutes each, right? And 15 minutes revision 15 minutes. You need to understand that in AAA paper, the challenge that the student faces is how to manage with the time. In the exam, if you have attended my lectures properly, in the exam, you will not find even a single question of the answer of which you don't know. Okay, the answer of which you don't know, but still you will not be able to attempt the 100 marks. Why? Because you will not be able to manage the time. So what you have to understand is you have to, the time management is the utmost priority. What the student does, they get into the flow of the question so much that in question number 1 itself they devote 2 hour 15 minutes. Now they are left with very less time for writing question number 2 and question number 3, and that is where they compromise the quality of question number 2 and question number 3. That is also of equal 50 marks, right? So you don't need to do that. So what you have to do is you have to mark yourself like I have to devote only 1 hour 30 minutes to question number 1. If I exceed, I'll just leave that question and I'll move ahead. What will happen initially before exam, when you practice these questions, you will definitely miss around 5 to 6 marks of question number 1, but let it get missed. Once you have solved 2 to 3 papers, you will find yourself in a position where you can easily complete question number 1 within 1 hour and 30 minutes. Easily complete it. Okay, and definitely we will be taking up a test in the class also. So you will find yourself in a position to complete question number 1 and complete a full question paper within the timelines. Is it clear, all of you? The time management. Okay. Now steps to answer a question. See, as AAA is a theoretical paper, as you all know that AAA is a theoretical paper. There are certain steps to write an answer, and you cannot just read the question and start solving the answer. No, it's not that. There are steps for that, and you have to follow the steps. Okay, identify the syllabus area of the question by reading the question. Or not, when you start reading the question, you understand which syllabus area is the question pertains to, right? Then step number 2, read the requirement. Don't read the question first. Read the requirement. Step 3. Okay, then read the case study. Read the case given in the question. Okay, step 4. Plan your answer. Okay. Now step number 5. Okay. Plan your answer according to the marks. Allocated. Now step 5 is draft your answer. So this is the steps that you have to follow to write any answer for AAA questions. Okay, see, ideally what we do is in other papers, in practical papers, we read the question, we read the requirement, we solve the answer, right? But that's not how you have to do here. You have to first understand which syllabus area the question pertains to, then read the requirement, then read the case. Because why first read the requirement? Because if you have read the requirement, you know with what approach you have to read the case study. Okay, so first read the requirement, then read the case to understand with the approach with which you have to read the case study. Okay, now once you have read the case study, then plan your answer. Okay, make your bullet points that what are points you have to write in your answer, and then accordingly you start drafting the answer. Okay, definitely we will be discussing how to answer the question in the class also. Okay, we'll be discussing, we'll be drafting the answers in the class, we'll be following all these steps in the class. Okay, so need not worry about that, need not worry about that. Now I have certain queries in the chat box. Let me take those now before moving to further parts. So one of the students is discussing how much of ACCA's AAA course is similar to CA Final Audit and Assurance. See, CA Final Audit and Assurance is totally a different paper, and ACCA Audit and Assurance is totally altogether a different paper. Okay, you'll not find the link between the two. No, you'll not find a link between the two. Definitely, if you have read the CA Final Audit paper, you'll find this paper a little bit easy, but the approach is altogether different. See, CA Final Audit paper is a theoretical based paper, right? Is a theory, but but ACCA paper is you can say application based paper. I'll tell you how. In the CA Final, they'll ask you what is money laundering, okay? But in ACCA, they'll give you a case, and they'll ask you identify if this case is a case of money laundering, or identify whether there are indicators of money laundering. Okay, so that's how the situation differs when you are appearing for CA Final Audit paper and when you are appearing for ACCA AAA paper. I hope I have answered your question, Akansha. Is it clear now? Okay, Siddhant, sir, can we have the PDF study and revision kit? I think VGLD team would have given you the ebook, right? If not, then please request. They'll definitely issue it. Okay. But I'll request you guys from the next class, please be ready with your books, because we cannot delay the discussion of the chapters for so long, because tomorrow we'll not be having the class. I'm traveling, so we will having the class in the next Saturday. So before that you have 1 week's time. So get ensure that you are coming with your proper books. That is this one. That is the workbook. This is the workbook. See, this is the workbook, and this is the practice and revision kit. This is the practice and revision kit. Okay. So both the book you should have. Both the books you should have. Without which it will be challenge for me also, and it will be challenge for you as well. Okay, can we move on to the next part of the discussion? Now, knowledge of IFRS. See, you need to understand one thing. At skill level and at professional level, skill level we have F7, that is financial reporting, and okay, and we have F8, that is audit and assurance. At professional level, we have strategic business reporting, and then we have AAA. Agree? See what happens for appearing for advanced audit and assurance. Sorry, this is F8. For appearing advanced audit and assurance, it is always recommended that you appear FR first, financial reporting first. Now, similarly, for here as well, for appearing for AAA paper, it is strongly recommended by the examining team and me as an educator also, or your tutor also, that you should appear SBR first and then appear AAA. Or what are the combinations which can go? The combination can be first you appear SBR, then AAA, or appear SBR and AAA together. Okay, appearing SBR after AAA is not a good option. It's not a good option. Okay. So can you just confirm me how many of you have already appeared SBR paper? Okay. What about others? Not appeared. And when are you planning to appear, Rahul? September. Okay. So basically you are appearing along with AAA. That's very good. Okay. Now, and very good, Akansha. Very good. And Divyansu, when are you planning to appear SBR? Okay. Have you appeared FR recently? F7 FR recently? Have you appeared, Divyansu? No. Divyansu, so you will have to work a little bit extra in comparison to the students who are appearing SBR alongside or have already appeared SBR. Okay. So you will have to work definitely. I'll help you in that, but you might have to work extra. Okay. For understanding the IFRS. Now, so basically, that's what is my recommendation, because knowledge of IFRS will be required in syllabus area. You will be surprised to see the syllabus areas. Syllabus area is part D and part E, which forms the major part, right? Part D and part E. You require requires understanding of IFRS. Requires understanding of IFRS. Right, part D and part E, which are the most important part of the syllabus, right? No issues, Divyansu. I'll definitely help you in that. Now comes the success formula. How you will succeed in the exam. See, the success formula is very simple. First is, please attend the classes live regularly. Why I'm telling live and why I'm telling regularly? See, what happens when it is a practical paper. If you're attending it on an video basis, that's fine. That's fine, right? Because you have to just understand the flow. That's all. That's fine. If you understand the flow of one question, rest you can manage on yourself, right? But in this question, that is a theory question. That is theoretical based, right? You have to apply your knowledge. You have to apply your knowledge basically to the given case study. So each question is a unique question. Each question is a unique question, right? Now you will have to understand how to think on that lines. So you're not understanding the question basically with me. You're understanding how to think. Once you understand how to think, you can write any answer then. Okay, so that's the reason I will tell you to attend live classes regularly. Do not depend on video. If at all, due to some unavoidable situations, you cannot attend live classes, then it is then only please go for recording. Otherwise, attend live only. Attend live. Okay. Solve all your assignments, all the assignments on time. Okay, and submit it to me at ACCA mocks @gmail.com. Okay, with subject line, with subject is VGLT AAA. Okay, September 2022. Okay, this will be the subject line for all the mails that you have to give me, send me. Okay. Now, third, attempt or appear for all the tests which I take. Appear for all the tests which I take. Okay. If you are prepared or not prepared, nothing to worry, but you have to appear for all the tests. Okay, you have to appear for all the tests, because test will give you a highlight of where exactly you stand as of now. Okay, and where you need to work. Okay, appear for all the tests. Okay, discuss with me if you have If you have any queries or any issues, okay, you have to discuss with me. Okay, I'll be available with you over WhatsApp. You can ping me either personally or in the group. You can discuss with me your queries, your issues. I'll recommend discussing it over group, because if you discuss your queries in the group, others will also get benefited out of it, right? Discuss your queries. Okay, plan your performance, plan your studies, plan your studies. That's all. That's the okay, with proper time management. Okay, that's the success formula. That's the only success formula that you have to follow. Is it fine, all of you guys? Okay, now marking scheme. Though this doesn't make any sense to be discussed now, but still I'll discuss it. See, the marking scheme is 1 mark per point. Whatever point you write, 1 mark you will get. Okay, for that. Okay. Now, for wherever you comment on materiality, wherever you comment on materiality, you will get 1 mark for that. 1 mark for materiality. 1 mark for commenting on materiality. Commenting means what? Calculate the materiality, calculate and comment. Okay. Now, different syllabus area has different marking scheme, which will be discussed, along with that syllabus area. Okay, I hope you understood this point. Now, okay, now comes building blocks. So tell me guys, is it clear so far? Now we are going to the building blocks. Is it clear so far? Whatever we have discussed, is clear so far? Any point that you want to discuss, please go ahead and type your query and discuss that with me. Now, I'll go to the building blocks then. I'll go to the building blocks. Materiality. Materiality. See, there are 3 benchmarks for materiality. One is revenue, one is profit before tax, and another is total assets. Okay. Now, the benchmark of revenue is, I'll just a minute. I'll draw this, insert a table. Benchmark. Threshold. The benchmark is revenue. Benchmark is profit before tax, and the benchmark is again total assets. So revenue is 0.5 to 1%. Okay. Profit before tax is 5 to 10%, and total assets is 1 to 2%. So that's the threshold. Now, how to calculate and comment? Okay, I'll take up examples. I'll take up example and explain it to you. That how you need to comment in the example. Okay, you are a manager. You are a manager in a firm of certified chartered accountants. Okay, okay, you're a manager in a, okay, and have been asked to comment whether the the following uh, financial statement captions represent are material to the entity or not. You have to answer. You have to answer in relation to Reliance Limited. Reliance Limited. Okay, who with following details. The details are given as follows. Okay, that is revenue. Revenue is 0.5. Sorry, revenue is $1,000 1,000 million. Total assets or profit before tax. Profit before tax is dollar 300 million, and total assets is dollar 5,400 million. Okay, now case 1 is Reliance Limited received a government grant of dollar 80 million. Okay. Second, Reliance Limited purchased license amounting to dollar 250 million. Now, third, Reliance Limited okay, recognized gain on sale of gain on disposal of property, plant, and equipment amounting to dollar 30 million. Now tell me which benchmark you have to select. See, you have received a government grant that is recognized as revenue, grant income, right? So the probable benchmarks can be first determine the benchmark. The appropriate benchmark can be revenue and profit before tax. Tell me yes or no. Tell me guys, yes or no. Second, here the benchmark can be purchase license, that is capitalized, right? So the benchmark can be, tell me what is the benchmark here in this case? The benchmark is total assets, right? And in this case, recognize a gain or disposal of PP. Again, the benchmark can be revenue and profit before tax. Tell me yes or no. The selection of benchmark is clear to all of you or not? Tell me. The selection of benchmark is clear to all of you or not? Tell me. Guys, please respond in the chat box. Selection of benchmark is clear to all of you. Right. Now let's write how will we assess it. Okay. How will we write the answer? The answer will be written this way. Just a minute. The answer will be government grant represents tell me what percentage of revenue, what percentage of revenue? Okay, 80 divided by revenue is how much? 1000. 8%. 8% of revenue, and PBT 80 by 300. Profit before tax, and hence material to the financial statements of Reliance Limited. Now, if you write this one, this much, you will get 1 mark for that. Now, let me explain one further. Okay, do you want to solve these two? Do you want to solve these two? I'll just reduce it to 5 million. Okay. Can you please solve these two and tell me the comment? What we have to write the comment for these two? Please solve it. You have 5 minutes. Please solve these two and write the comment in the chat box. Okay. See. Okay. In the question, I have given what? Gain on disposal. Have I given? If I would have given the asset was disposed at this much million, then I would have taken total assets, right? This 5 million, the gain on disposal, right? It will be impacting the profit, right? If I've given you the sale price, definitely total assets can also be one of the benchmark. Understanding my point? Please solve these two. Got one comment. License represents 4.6% total assets and hence material to the financial system of Reliance Limited. That's a very good answer, Siddhant. I'll just copy paste it. Can someone please solve third one? Guys, I haven't received the answer for the third one. what is the percentage? 5 divided by 1000. 5 divided by 1000 multiplied by 100 is okay. Let's make it 1 million. Let's make it 1 million. Okay, so it is 1 divided by 1000 multiplied by 100 is 0.1 percentage, right? 0.1 percentage of revenue, and 1 divided by 300. 1 divided by 300 multiplied by 100 is 0.33, 0.34 percentage of profit before tax. Okay. And hence not material to the financial statements of Reliance Limited. Is 0% of profit before tax, Siddhant? No. So I hope you are clear on this materiality part. I hope you are clear on this materiality part. Guys, is this materiality clear? No issues, Siddhant. I understand that point. No issues. Makes sense. Now, another point which you have to understand is a firm of what is the meaning of firm of chartered certified accountants? So as you can see it here also, right? You are a manager in the firm of chartered certified accountants. What is the meaning of the statement? What is the meaning of the statement? Meaning thereby is, okay, at least 50% or more, at least 50% of the partners of the firm should be ACCA qualified. Okay, okay. It is then only audit firm, and an audit firm becomes eligible for registration as a firm of certified chartered accountants. Is it clear? Okay, now 8C, the expectation of the examiner. See, there are few expectations of the examiner. Okay, first expectation of an examiner will be you will be manager. You are a manager. You are a manager in the firm of certified chartered accountants. Now, what is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that? The implication of that is that whenever you are a manager, so the examiner will expect the level of maturity that a manager has. Right? So you should not write very small silly points. What you should do, what we have to understand here is rather than it implies that rather than commenting, rather than defining any concept, identify, okay, understand the concept and identify the indicators of that concept in the given case study. In the given case study. How exactly? I'll give an example. Okay. Money laundering. Topic is money laundering. Topic is money laundering. Student A. Student A defines money laundering. Student B. Student B. Okay. Finds the indicator of money laundering in the given case study and highlights that and comes to a conclusion that it is that is it a case of money laundering or not? Okay, now define money laundering, right? So what is it? This might be a skill level answer, right? But this is a professional level answer. And you are in which level? Professional levels, right? So this is the professional level answer. So you're understanding how you have to draft your answers, guys? You're understanding it? The expectation of examiner, you are understanding, I believe. Now, structure for class. Structure for class. See, our class will be divided into whenever we take any topic, okay, we will discuss this way. First, I'll explain you the chapter overview. Okay, basically in chapter overview, I'll tell you which syllabus area it deals with, and what is the exam importance. I'll explain this one. Okay. Now, second thing, I'll tell you list of concepts to be covered. In this chapter. In the chapter. Okay. Then I will give you if there are any technical articles on that chapter. Okay. And then I'll tell you how the question has been tested in the past paper analysis, and then revision kit, practice and revision kit. Okay, so basically now in chapter overview, and I told I'll discuss syllabus area and exam importance, list of concepts to be covered. Okay, so I'll give you the name of all the concepts that we'll be covering in the chapter. Technical articles will name which technical article is covered as for this chapter. Okay, past paper analysis means I'll tell you two things: type of questions that are asked. Okay, or first I'll tell you the questions in the relevant questions in past exams. Okay, I'll tell you, and we will discuss this also and discuss in class. Okay, then practice and revision kit, I will help you in identification of the question, but this will be your assignment. Okay, and we will discuss only if you have any queries. Okay, and at the end we'll discuss the type of questions. Okay, type of questions that can be expected, basically on the basis of past exams and practice kit. Okay, basically I will understand that what are the type of questions that can be made from this chapter. Okay, that has been asked in the past or has asked in the practice kit. Now, study text. See, we are referring in the class BPP material. Okay, we will be referring in the class BPP material. So I'll recommend you guys to have BPP material with you, along with you in the from next class. Even if you don't have it today, it's fine, but you have to keep it in from the next class. Okay. Class notes. See, I'll give you two things, two options. Either you can write whatever I am writing with in the class, okay, along with me, though I don't prefer that one. Other thing is, I'll send you the notes. I'll send you the notes of these notes to you at the end of the class, okay, and you can get it printed, okay, and you can get it printed, okay. What you have to do in the class, be ready with one notebook. In that you have to do when we are discussing any questions, you have to write something, okay, or if you have to any understanding point that you have to write, okay, that you can write it off in that, okay, so that when you take a print, you can incorporate that in your paper. Okay, is that clear, guys? So I'll say, see, there are two options for class notes. Either you can take it along with the class, or take a print, or take print after the class. It will be in proper format, so you don't need to worry about all those things, and you just need to print it off. That's all. Okay, study format, a very important thing. Our study format has to be cumulative. It has to be cumulative, meaning thereby, if you are discussing syllabus area A, I'll tell you what is the meaning of cumulative study. If you are discussing syllabus area A, then and syllabus area A, let's suppose takes around 8 classes. Now, in the first class, after the first class, you will revise first class. After the second class, you will revise 1 plus 2. After the third class, you will revise 1 plus 2 plus 3. After the fourth class, you will revise 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Like this, you will go for 8 classes, right? Now, if syllabus area A gets over, syllabus area B starts. Let's suppose it takes 4 classes. So same 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And after the syllabus, the completion of syllabus area B, we'll have a test. Okay, then we'll enter with syllabus area C. Not syllabus area B, we'll have a test after syllabus area A, one test. After syllabus area B and C, then I will take test number 2. Then after completing syllabus area D and E, I will take test 3. Okay, after completing the syllabus area F, I'll take test 4 and then test 5. So these are the 5 tests which you have to give. Okay, is that fine, guys? All of you? Is that fine, all of you? The study format? Do you have to discuss any point so far till here in the class, guys? Anyone wants to discuss anything? No. So we'll keep the class till here only today. It will not be a longer class, but want to discuss one more thing. Okay, the duration, the timing of the classes, the timing of class timings. Though I believe this is already communicated to you guys, but still let me discuss it. A few things I have to discuss in that. Okay, class timings. Okay, first thing, we'll have class on Saturday, 7 to 10 a.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay. Now, we might also will not have extra classes in June, but in July, I'll keep one extra class one class in a weekday as well. Okay, that will be in the evening. Okay, evening, somewhere in the range of, you can say, around 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. so that whoever goes to office can attend it. Okay, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, and 9 p.m. And in this extra class, I'll be discussing separate topics. Okay, so that if someone can attend, is not able to attend it live, then also it is fine. Okay, and it will not be a continuation of the topics that we have discussed, that we'll be discussing in this one. Sir, I have a class ongoing on Saturday, 10:30 to 3:30 for SBL from VGLD itself. So SBL, Rahul, you have class and 10:30 to 3:30. Okay. See, I understand, but that you have to manage it somehow. Please discuss that with VGLD team, because that's the time that I've communicated. You can take it from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay. What you can do is from 9 to 10:30, you can take it live here, and the rest you can watch video, or you can do it the similar way there. Whatever is suits fine for you. Whatever is fine for you. Okay. Okay. So on from July, we'll take one class in weekday, and that will be a separate independent topic that will not have any relation to topics that will be discussed Saturday and Sundays. Okay. I believe that is fine for all of you. Okay. So we'll keep the class till here only today. It will be a short class from next. And yes, tomorrow we don't have any classes, as I've told initially also. Tomorrow we'll not have any classes. Okay. Thank you, guys. Hope you enjoyed learning. Is there any point that you want to discuss with me? Thank you. Thank you, all of you.